Now let's get to what you think could be, it's kind of early to talk about the game summary, but let's say the game main points here tonight that the Zebras have to do. We talked to Coach Schaefer. What do you see as this game for this game as we wrap it up here in the pregame show? What do the Zebras have to do tonight to be successful?
They've got to show some defensive discipline in this game because I think Peru's going to try some misdirection. They're going to try and it'll look funky a little bit. If we have trouble noticing who has the ball on Peru's offense, that means they're running their offense correctly.
Right.
So, but the Zebras, they can't have that excuse. They got to know who has the ball, and they got to follow like Coach Schaefer said in the pregame, they have to read their keys well, or Peru will, use that and use a lot of misdirection and get going in the other direction. And that's what Peru, Peru really wants to get off to a good start, especially coming off that loss last week where they didn't score.
Right. Pre-game show brought to you by Fulton County REMC, making it better tomorrow since 1936. Let's go ahead and run down the list of games tonight in the TRC. It's Cass at Whitco, Northfield's at Wabash, and we already talked a little bit about Northwestern at McConaughey. Peru here, obviously, with Rochester, and Southwood at Manchester. What's one of those other games you like to? Obviously, the big key is going to be the Northwestern McConaughey.
Yeah, Northwestern McConaughey was obviously the big one. The other one that's kind of interesting to me is Northwestern at Wabash. Can Wabash?
You mean Northfield?
Yeah, Northfield at Wabash. Excuse me.
Too many Norths.
Yeah. Wabash, is in Rochester sectional. I think they've been getting a little bit better of late. Yeah. Will they be able to throw the ball at home tonight in the wind?
Two teams looking for their first win tonight would be Southwood and Whitco, both 0-5 overall, 0-4 in the conference. And we mentioned three teams at the top. At 4-0 is McConaughey, Northwestern, and Rochester. So there's going to be a two-way. There could be a two-way tie, or there could be a lone single person after tonight. It'll be interesting to see.
And in sectional 36, we should mention two of Rochester's sectional rivals are playing each other tonight, with Elwood traveling to Eastbrook.
Okay.
We mentioned Northfield at Wabash. Blackford is at Mississinawa. If you haven't been paying attention to what the Mississinawa Indians have been doing, they have not allowed a point this season. They are 5-0 with 5 shutouts. They have outscored their opposition 208-0.
That's huge.
Alexandria at Oak Hill. Clinton Central is at Eastern, and Heritage is at Tipton. Tipton is 4-1 and having a very nice season. They only won 2 games all last year. They already got 4 wins this year.
Peru wins the toss. They defer to the second half. Zebras opt to take the ball first. So we're going to take a quick 30-second timeout. When we come back, we'll have the kickoff here from Giant FM, RTC TV4.
Zebras will be receiving and defending the West goal.
Field Homecoming 2024 as we get ready for tonight's kickoff. The kickoff being brought to you by Odell Lumber. Odell Lumber, your locally owned building supplier. Stop out on State Road 14 and see what they can do for you. As we mentioned before we left, the Peru Tigers won the toss. They deferred. They will get the ball to start the third quarter, but Rochester will take the ball on offense first here as we get started.
I think the last 2 years, when has Rochester not scored on their first possession of the game? I think it's only happened like 2 or 3 times the last 2 seasons. And, of course, even the Manchester game, in which they didn't score, they had a long drive, fumbled inside the 10.
Yeah.
We should mention a lot of games from the Indy area down south have been postponed tomorrow because of Helene. Helene has had its say. But
there was even some that I saw that were supposed to be played on grass, moved it to neighboring schools that were playing on turf, so they didn't have to worry about the water.
Yeah, most games south of Logansport have been postponed. So
we'll see what happens. All right, we're ready to go here. And
we should mention another big game in the Hoosier North tonight, North Judson at Triton. North Judson ranked number 1 and Triton ranked number 6.
Peru getting ready to kick off. The ball's already blown off the tee once. We'll see if it stays on. Getting ready to kick will be Landon Crow. And the Odell Lumber kick to get us going. We're underway here at Barnhart Field as that one will go into the end zone, just barely into the corner, almost went out of bounds, and the Zebras will take it at the 20. Randy and Val, glad you could join us here tonight. Lights are on. The Zebras are in their home black with white numerals. Peru is in their black pants, white shirts, and black numerals, gold helmets here for the Peru Tigers. So Carson Pollock will bring the squad set up. He'll come out of the huddle with Coach Schaefer. We'll see what the Zebras opt to do here on this first possession of the contest.
And we do not see Tanner Boggs out on the field.
No. So Pollock is...
Good scoop, Randy.
Yeah.
Oh, you got that. Yep.
Pollock up under center. Pollock has everybody set, and the handoff is in the backfield, and that's going to go nowhere. And that was Schatz. He got the first play of the first call of the game. Actually, they're going to give him some good forward progress. Good job by Schatz keeping his legs going. He's going to pick up 3, give him 2nd and 7.
Bradley Edwards on the tackle there, and Coach Schaefer talked about him in the pregame, and he got low and he got in there pretty quickly from his linebacker spot.
2nd and 7 now for the Zebras as Bowers comes in. He'll go split to this near side. Also in the backfield, now goes in motion. That is Meadows. Meadows gets the handoff. Meadows coming to the near side. He hits the sideline. Meadows down, and he's finally going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. That's enough for a Steve Moore Agency first down. And the Zebras, 2 possessions and a first down already.
And there they ran a little more like a jet sweep, and they gained 18. And, we almost take Trenton for granted kind of, but he's just a sophomore.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still...
You saw Trenton get the start last week, and they put more Kai Murphy on defense and put Trenton in to play the offense. So it's shots, Trenton Meadows and Beck again in the backfield. On the far side is Bowers. They go back up the middle to Shots. He'll move forward, and he's going to be just shy of the 45. Oh, we have a new electronic down marker on the far side tonight, Val. It's bright. You can see it.
Yeah.
It sticks right out there. Field looks in great shape. Hat off to Chris Hooks, doing a great job with Barnhart Field here and getting it in perfect shape for tonight. Unfortunately, had to do the old school paint lines. The robot quit on him, so he had to get the old school out. A great job. Shout out to Hooks. Bowers comes to the near side now, 2nd and 7 for the Zebras. Pollock up under center. Puts Meadows in motion. Meadows gets a handoff again. Meadows to this near side. It crosses the 50. Gets into Peru territory. Going to be down around the 48. And that's going to be enough for another Steve Moore Agency first down.
Jet sweep again.
Yeah. Got that rolling right now as Trent Meadows goes in motion. Gets a nice handoff and builds up that speed as he goes in motion. 1st and 10 now for Rochester into the Peru territory from the Peru 48. Bowers split to the top this time. Pollock up under center. Beck goes in motion this time. He gets the handoff. Beck around the left side. He's got the corner this time. Beck across the 40. Finally going to be brought down. And they're going to say he was down at the 40. So it'll be a 7-yard pickup. 2nd down and 3 now for Rochester.
Well, that play
Actually give him 8.
That play was extremely well blocked.
Yeah.
In fact, nice tackle by Lucas Ulrey in the open field to prevent a first down, but that was almost, they just knocked Peru way off the line there. Good sign for Brant Beck, getting 8 on his first carry.
2nd and 2 now for the Zebras from the Tiger 40. First possession of the contest. Zebras got the ball to start the game. Here is the handoff. Fake to Shots. A handoff to Meadows. Meadows tries to turn it up, and he's going to go nowhere. Going to be 3rd and short now for the Rochester Zebras.
And that was the belly sweep.
And they might have given him a half yard. They did get it on the other side of the 40. He was right at the 40. So he picks up a half yard. So 3rd and short now for the Zebras. Big call here for Coach Schaefer on his 3rd down, the first possession of the contest. Pollock comes out of the huddle with the squad. He brings Bowers to this near side. Meadows goes in motion. They give it to Beck. Beck around the right side. He's got the first down and an extra yard. It'll be another Steve Moore Agency first down at the 41-yard line of the Tigers.
That was Shots.
Excuse me, of the 36-yard line.
That was Shots on the belly.
So 1st and 10 from the 36. Zebras move the ball. So 1st and 10 now for the Zebras. Rainy and Val, glad you could join us here tonight. A cool night, a breezy night here at Barnhart Field, homecoming. Pollock up under center. Meadows goes in motion. He gets the handoff. Meadows on that jet sweep again. Peru trying to reach in there and knock it loose. Not able to. Meadows doing a great job of holding on to it as he gets across the 30 down to the 29. 7-yard pickup. 2nd and 3 now for Rochester. I think you can obviously see, Val, the line is working much better tonight on the edges than what we talked about last night. Zebras able to get outside those corners.
Another thing about Trenton Meadows, he doesn't fumble. And, a lot of young players, they sometimes have to learn the hard way, but he has not fumbled this year.
So it'll be a 2nd and 3.
I don't believe. Has he? I don't believe he has.
Don't think so.
The Zebras have lost 2 fumbles this year. And look who's in. Xavier Vance.
Xavier Vance.
Is that him? Yeah, it's him, and he's playing center.
All right. 2nd and 2 now for Rochester. Here is Pollock back to throw. He looks for Bowers down the sideline, and it's caught. Touchdown. 29-yard touchdown pass. Pollock to Bowers with a great catch in the corner of the end zone. And the Zebras strike first with the 7:37 mark in the opening quarter.
His ability to adjust to the ball is so impressive. And we've talked about this before, and he did it again here.
Yeah. What a great catch. 29-yard pass. And the Zebras are on the board with 6. And they'll go for a 2-point conversion here to make it 8. Pollock gets the call from the sidelines.
And the Peru defender, his head was turned. He didn't see the ball until Bowers caught it.
Bowers split up top. They run that side back into the 2-point conversion. Is going to be denied. And the Zebras will go up 6-0. Here we're in the first quarter, 7:37 to go in the opening quarter. Back with more after this. Giant FM and RTC TV about the Rochester Ford scoring drive, Al.
9 plays, 80 yards, took 4:23 off the clock. Carson Pollock with a 29-yard touchdown pass to Drew Bowers. The 2-point conversion attempt failed, and Rochester leads Peru 6-0 with 7:37 to go in the first quarter.
Polk County Solid Waste District scoreboard. Zebras put the 6 on the board first. Now they'll get ready to kick off to the Peru Tigers. And a back deep for the Tigers will be number 3, Ryan Babbs, as we're ready for the Odell Lumber kickoff. 6-0, Rochester on top. And here's the kick from Davis Reaney. It'll click up at the 15-yard line. Babb picks it up. He's going to stay on this sideline, and he's going to go nowhere but out of bounds, and he'll actually get to the 19-yard line. So that's where the Tigers will start 1st and 10 from about the 19 or 20-yard line.
Well, Babbs wasn't expecting to get the ball.
No, the man in front of him actually went for it.
Weston Marks was, I thought, he kind of called for it and then kind of didn't measure it correctly.
They're going to give him at the 20, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 20. We'll see what the Zebra defense can do here to keep the Tigers on this end of the field.
Meadows with forcing him out of bounds.
So the Tigers will come from the sideline. We'll see after they get all set up here. As we get ready to go, and it looks like it will be Nunez. He gets the snap, a quick handoff in the backfield. Is that to Babbs, I believe. Babbs goes across the 20 to about the 23-yard line. Pick up 3, 2nd and 7 now. Quick handoff there. And Nunez didn't take long there once he got set.
Yeah.
A windy night here at Barnhard Field as the breeze is coming out of the northeast. Now kind of to the Tigers' back. Zebras facing the wind.
So
out of the shotgun.
Xavier Vance playing both ways.
There's a direct snap, and that's going to go off to 44. That's going to be Edwards. Brantley Edwards. Kind of the Wildcat look. He takes it and gets it across the 30 down to the 32, and a first down for the Peru Tigers. Interesting play call there by Coach Markowski.
Yeah, Edwards. I mean, he's just a broad-shouldered kid. He's runs hard.
Also in the backfield is Weston Marks. Now going to the far side will be number 10, Lucas Ulrich. Out of the shotgun. Nunez back to throw. Flushed out of the pocket, going to the right. He makes a throw, and it's going to be incomplete. It's going to be short of the first down marker if it was. It was going to be at the 40, but and out of the hands of Ulrich. Incomplete, second down and 10 now.
Yeah, that was catchable.
Yeah.
And
just went right through his hands.
for a team that doesn't throw many passes, you want to be efficient when you do pass. Antunes, he's listed at 5'7". He doesn't look even that tall. He looks more like about 5'5",
yeah,
5'4".
5'3".
But he threw. That was a pretty nice ball he just threw.
Yeah. 155 pounds.
Yeah.
And Nunez again out of the shotgun, hands it off. Ball is double-handed off as he hands it off that time to Edwards, but then Edwards ended up handing it off again.
Babbs the ball carrier, and he
Babbs
gains 2.
gets to the 34-yard line. So it'll be third down and 8 after a 2-yard pickup.
All right, but this is key. You want Peru in third and long situations as much as possible because they're not comfortable throwing it.
So the Tigers taking their time here, looking to the sideline as they get the call from the side. Break the huddle with 13. Now they'll come to the line, set. Zebras will adjust their defense. Kai Murphy now comes to this side. Tunez roll to the near side, looking to throw into the flat, and it's going to be caught. That's out to Trevor Hillman. Trevor down the sidelines, and a big play that time for Trevi. And that's into Zebra territory. But we do have a flag thrown right here about midfield. And we're going to have a holding call, and I believe it's going to be against Peru. It's coming back. No, you mentioned it in the pregame, Val, that they threw it to Trevi a few times, and they opted there on the third and long. And they did there. But
yeah, well, again,
spot foul.
Zebras got to contain better. Antunes, he's not going to sit back in the pocket. I think you know that. Again, quarterbacks his size can't just wheel and deal from the pocket. He's got to get outside the pocket, and the Zebras did not do a good job of containing. So
10-yard penalty from the spot, but
did they get a first down?
They still give him a first down. Yeah, they did, because the penalty marker was thrown at the Zebra 48, so it comes back here now. So it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers, but they're back at their own 42-yard line.
Our friend Raleigh Thill is the referee
Raleigh's
tonight.
on the sideline here.
So this is a region crew or
region
a
crew,
Porter County crew.
So 1st and 10 now for the Tigers. They split out a wide receiver. That is 18, Burks. They hand off right up the middle this time, 36 to Marks, and he'll fall forward down near the 44-yard line. Couple-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 8 now for the Peru Tigers. Randy and Val here from Barnhart Field. Halftime will be homecoming. So we got a little extended halftime as the king and queen will be crowned here at halftime.
Will the tiara not blow up?
Yeah, they may have to wait and do the tiara
get the safety pins
and the banner a little later.
Yeah. But again, you see that they put another running back who's almost like a guard.
Now they go double tight on the left side.
That's where Edwards is.
There's the snap, and Tunez hands it off, and then in the backfield to Babbs. Babbs jukes his way through the Zebra defense and gets across the 50 down to the Zebra 49, shy of the first down, but it's going to be 3rd and short now for the Peru Tigers.
I think that was Bowers on the tackle.
Coach Schaefer calling in the defensive plays, talking to a couple guys about positions, making sure we get them slowed down and get that initial hit.
It just seemed that they had more. Peru just outnumbered Rochester at the point of attack there.
So they'll call the play from the side. Still just 10 seconds. They're going to have to hurry as they come to the line with 6. Now they get set. They're going to have to hurry. 3, play clock down to 2, and Coach Mikowski will call a timeout before the clock strikes 0, and we got our first timeout of the night with 3:18 to go here in the first quarter. Zebras lead 6-0 on on the Giant FM and RTC. As we are back after the time out by the Peru Tigers as the play clock was down to almost zero. Coach Mikowski finally got the time out, but Peru taking their time calling the plays from the sidelines. I guess that's using a lot of the clock, but giving Zebras a less chance to have it. So 3rd and short now from the 49-yard line of the Zebras. Up under center. The handoff goes right back up the middle, and they're going to get a first down as the whole line and the backfield just do the bush push. And they get a first down and more here for the Tigers.
That was Trevi Hillman Conley on the carry. I mean, I think that was the Trevi push.
You give the Trevi the ball, he's going to make some room, and he did on that one. Great run by Trevi. Again, just like it is when he's on the other side, you got to stay low on him, and Trevi got lower and was able to bull through the line. Trevi's in the backfield again for the Tigers now, and Nunez up under center. They fake it to Trevi. Now this time it goes to 44. That is Edwards. He's around the right side, and he'll pick up about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7. The ball sitting about the 40-yard line.
It looked like Xavier Vance at the tackle. Culver leads Caston 6-0 in the first quarter.
6-0 here with just over 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. So here comes the Tigers with 2nd down and about 7. 39-yard line of the Zebras. Shotgun goes to Edwards again. Edwards around the right side. He will pick up a couple more to bring up 3rd and 5 now for Rochester.
And again, it's basically just a lead play. Not a great spot there. Or if you're a Peru fan.
Ball sitting down, and they put it about the 37-yard line, looks like. 3rd and 5 for the Tigers.
11th play of the drive.
Nunez out of the shotgun this time. Gives to Edwards. Edwards fights his way up the middle. Looks like the Zebras might have got him stopped before the first down marker, but it's only going to be about a yard. I'm guessing Coach Mikowski will go for it in this 4-down territory, and they're quickly to the line here. Probably going to give it to Trevi. And they got the Zebras to jump. Quick to the line, got the Zebras off balance, and then they end up jumping, and an automatic first down for the Peru Tigers, and they didn't have to snap the ball. Those will keep a coach up all night. 53 seconds to go here. The quarter clock runs. 1st and 10 now. Ball sitting at the 29-yard line of the Zebras. Zebras lead 6-0. Tigers with their first possession. So 1 possession each way so far in this game. Tigers have it. Out of the shotgun. Babs gets it. Babs in the backfield. Babs trying to turn the corner. Zebras with great pursuit. And there is Bowers. Nope, that's Parks in on the stop. Also Garrett there. Nice down the line pursuit by the Zebra defense, not allowing Babs to turn it upfield. No gain, 2nd and 10. And I'm guessing that will do it for the first quarter. At the end of 1 quarter complete on the Fulton County Solid Waste District scoreboard, Zebras lead it 6-0 here at Giant FM and RTC TV4. Back with the second quarter after this. Update. We want to thank Coach Davis for giving us a scoring update with 3:06 left in the first quarter. Mac strikes first, 7-0 over Northwestern. That is at McConaughey tonight. So Zebras lead here 6-0, but the Peru Tigers are moving the ball there at the 28-yard line of the Zebras with 2nd down and about 9. 12 valve first quarter. Each offense only got on the field once. Peru still on the field.
Yeah, and Peru, they only ran the perimeter once, and that was on that last play of the first quarter, and it got shut down pretty quick.
Flag thrown. Here is the play, and it's going to be thrown and knocked free, and it's incomplete. And the penalty marker was thrown at the line of scrimmage, and I'm guessing it's going to be against the Tigers. It'll move them back. And it is procedure call against the Tigers. Now will Coach Schaefer take it or take the down? Procedure call against Peru is declined. It'll bring up third down. Incomplete pass, yeah. Don't take the penalty. Put him down.
I'm
Third and 10.
I'm curious to know if Peru gets called for that penalty a lot, because their formations are pretty funky.
Yeah.
That's basically an illegal formation penalty.
So third and 10 now from the 28. Zebra defense last time they had a third down. They converted. We'll see what the Zebras do this time.
Northwood leads Goshen 3-0 in the first quarter. Dominic DeFreitas of Northwood kicked a 62-yard field goal, which is a new state record.
Wow. In this wind. I'm sure it's as windy up there.
Yeah, might have had the wind at his back. I'd be
Maybe.
curious. He kicked a 60-yarder last week.
Third and 10, and we get a timeout. Coach Mikowski wants a timeout, his second of the half. Tigers will have a third and 10 when they come back. We're going to keep it here on Giant FM, and we'll be right back on RTC TV4 of the North Miami Warriors and Coach Josh Burgess of the Winnemac Warriors. So Warriors battle tonight. It's North Miami and Winnemac, the battle of the Warriors.
Yeah.
And that's at North Miami, I believe.
First time they played, I think, since the 1980s.
Here's out of the shotgun, third and 10. Tones back to throw. The pass is complete, and that's going to be out to number 36. That's Weston Marks, and are they going to mark him just shy of the first down? So 4th and 1 again. Will the Zebras be disciplined enough to not jump this time? Ball sitting right now at the 29-yard line. It's got to get to the 28. Or excuse me, it's got to at the 19. Got to get to the 18.
Boy,
They're not as quickly to the line this time, so hopefully the Zebras can be ready to go. Trevi Hillman in the backfield along with 36 Marks and 44 Edwards.
15th play of the drive.
Ball's loose, fumble on the ground, and the Zebras recover, and it's a turnover on downs. Either way, Rochester will take over deep in their own territory.
Oh, I'm not sure what happened there. Antunes backed away like he thought he had the ball, but he didn't have the ball, and Brant Beck recovered.
So a fumble recovery, and the Zebras will have it now at the 20-yard line for their second possession of the game. So the Tigers, how many plays did they end up with, Val?
That was the 15th play of the drive.
And they go all the way down to the 20 and fumble it.
And especially coming off a week last week where you got shut out.
Yeah.
Boy, you really wanted to get points there.
So the Zebras will come out for their second opportunity as they bring Bowers to the near side. Again, shots. And Beck and Meadows in the backfield. Beck goes in motion. They pitch it out to him. Beck got some blockers. Beck to the sideline. Beck crosses the 30. Going to be down around the 31-yard line. Another Steve Moore Agency first down for the Zebras.
That was a strange play. I don't know if the timing was a little bit off on that, or if they did it exactly how they wanted. It looked like Brand kind of stopped. I thought he was going to continue his motion, but he just stopped, took the toss.
We were just talking about the Warrior-Warrior matchup. It is 14-0. North Miami leads after one. Winnemac with a new quarterback as the freshman quarterback is out for this week. The starting quarterback for Winnemac took his first snaps this week. Never quarterback before. Tough call there. Here's Beck. Beck on the reverse. Beck's up the middle. He's got room. Beck across the 40, the 35 to 30. Still on his feet. Breaks a tackle to 20. Still on his feet. Lunges forward. He's going to be inside the 15 as a great run by Brant Beck will put the Zebras in the red zone and a big play.
And that is how you run the belly sweep.
Yeah.
They did not run the belly sweep at all, but that was a heck of a tackle, too, by Babs to get him down.
Looks like they do mark him down at about the 11-yard line or so. So a big pickup for Brant Beck. Zebras will have it first and 10.
A gain of 57 yards on that play.
Inside the Rochester glass red zone. They can get a first down without the touchdown. Looks like the ball's about the 13-yard line. They hand off again to Beck. Beck cuts it back up the middle. Beck lunges forward, and he's going to get down inside near the 5. And it'll be second down.
So, Coach Schaefer called the same play.
Yeah.
Or a very similar play, and they get it down to, what, about the 7?
Yeah. Second down and about 5 here for the Zebras, maybe 4. Zebras knocking on the door inside the Rochester glass red zone. Bowers comes to the near side. Pollock up under center. Beck goes in motion. The handoff is to Schatz. Schatz right up the middle, and he's going to be near the first down marker. And I believe he's going to be just a bit short. It'll bring up third and short.
And after you have the whole Peru defense thinking about the belly sweep, then you just run the belly.
Schatz with a nice pickup. It'll be 3rd and 1 now for the Zebras. Randy and Val, glad you could join us tonight here at Barnhart Field. Zebras lead 6-0, 8.5 to go here in this first half. Knocking on the door of another score. Bowers comes to the near side. Pollock up under center. Pollock, the handoff to Schatz. Schatz is in the end zone, touchdown. Cale Schatz into the end zone at the 8:19 mark of the second quarter. What is that, 5-yard run?
I have it as a 3-yard run.
3, okay.
And again, Cale Schatz just has the nose for the end zone. Did a nice job of waiting. It was the belly, but he just waited. Did a nice job, wait for the blocks to develop on that play.
So the Zebras will go for the 2-point conversion again. Try to go up 14-0. Bowers is split to the far side. Pollock up under center. Pollock gives it off to Beck. Beck around that left side, and he's in for the 2-point conversion, and the Zebras lead it 14-0 with 8:19 to go here in the second quarter on the Fulton County Solid Waste District scoreboard. Zebras up 14-0. Back with more after this. Giant FM and RTC TV4.
To go in the first half, and boy, that has to be just a big downer if you're a Peru fan.
The Odell Lumber kickoff is going to be taken at the 25-yard line. And coming back up the middle, a great return, and that is Edwards with a nice return. And the Tigers will start with pretty good field position at about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, you cannot tackle him by the shoulders.
No.
You're just going to bounce off.
Kai Murphy had to hold the ball on the tee for Rainey that time. So the Tigers will come out 1st and 10 from their own 38. Zebras lead 14-0 on the Fulton County Solid Waste District scoreboard. Coming up at halftime, we'll take a look at stats from the first half, and we'll also take a look at what else has happened this week in Zebra athletics.
Tippecanoe Valley and Jimtown 0-0 after the first quarter. Culver 6-0 over Caston after one quarter.
There's a Nunez. Flags fly, so this is going to probably come back, as I'm guessing it's going to be, procedure again against the Tigers. So that'll negate the run. It'll be 1st and 15.
I said that the field goal that the Northwood kicked was against Goshen, was against Concord. But Concord leads Northwood now 7-3 in the first quarter.
Excuse me. Randy and Val, glad you could join us here tonight as we are 8 minutes to go here before halftime.
And that's not that there's ever a good time for a penalty, but that's especially a bad time for Peru. They don't want to be behind the sticks too much in this game.
1st and 15. The handoff is going to be back up the middle. And was that Babs?
It was Marks.
Okay, Marks with the run. He'll get the penalty back, and not quite all of it. They're going to actually mark him just about a 2-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and about 13 now. So the Tigers still behind the sticks. Tigers break the huddle. Now down with 18 on the play clock. Zebras shifting the defense around a little bit. The snap. Fumble, ball's loose, and Tigers do not have it. The Zebras do. Fumble recovery.
I think that was Parks who got it.
And the Zebras will have it at the 35-yard line, 36-yard line. 1st and 10 on the fumble recovery. Nice hit and recovery by Parks.
25.
So Carson Pollock and the offense back on the field as they only saw one possession in the first quarter. Now out for their second possession here in the second quarter. Bowers split to the far side. Pollock sends Beck in motion. Beck gets the fake pitch. It goes back up the middle. Here's Schatz. Schatz is on his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cale Schatz. Cale Schatz with a
36-yard touchdown run, and the issues with the belly have been figured out because he just went untouched. A beautiful block by Trenton Meadows. He got on the linebacker, and that was a homecoming parade to the end zone.
Student body going crazy in the end zone as they saw Cale coming towards them. And a big run for Cale Schatz puts the Zebras up now 20-0, waiting on the 2-point conversion. The handoff, faked. Now Pollock rolls. He's going to throw it, and it's going to be caught. 2-point conversion is good.
Nice catch by Grant Clark.
Clark with the catch, and the Zebras take a 22-0 lead here on Giant FM and RTC TV4. Lumber kickoff, this time headed to the sidelines. Going to be taken again by Edwards, but he drops it. Picked up now this time by Ulrey, and Ulrey will bring it back to about the 30-yard line, and that's where the Peru Tigers will try again after just being on the field not too long ago, and with a fumble This has got to be a tough one now for the Peru Tigers mentally, if nothing else here, Val.
Yeah.
You fumbled twice, and the Zebras have taken advantage of it. Ball sitting at the 32-yard line, almost to 33. 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Yeah, Carson Pollock, of course, he's a pitcher on the baseball team, and he fired his fastball in there in that 2-point conversion, and Grant Clark caught it. But that's kind of what you do. You fake belly, then you fake belly sweep, and then you throw a pass.
Yeah. So here is 1st and 10. And Nunez out of the shotgun, rolling, look to throw, and throws it. Edwards makes the catch. I'm not sure if Edwards was supposed to be the guy, but Nunez just wanted to get rid of it because the Zebras were coming.
No, that was a screen pass, and it was set up nicely, but a nice play by Ethan Bailey.
Well, actually loses a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Nunez was scrambling quickly, backpedaling. Couldn't get rid of it quick enough.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was a nice job by the Zebras staying disciplined on a screen pass.
Clock still rolls with 6:20 to go here in the opening half. 22-0 as Zebras lead.
We've not seen a lot of screen passes this year.
Trevi Hillman into the backfield for the Tigers, up under center. Now they give it up the middle, and that's going to be Marks, I believe, and he's going to fall forward across the 35. Down near the 36. And that'll be 3rd down and about 5 now for the Tigers. Randy and Val, glad you could join us here tonight on Giant FM and RTC TV4. 5:40 to go here before halftime. Tigers all look to the sideline for the call from Coach Mikowski. Zebras will adjust. Parks and Murphy switch sides on defense. Up under center. The handoff goes back up the middle. Is that to Trevi? And I believe possibly. But not a big gain, maybe a yard, as that'll bring up 4th down.
That was Trevi.
Trevi gets to about the 39-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th and 4 now for the Peru Tigers. If the Zebras can hold here, great field position. Peru decides to punt here. They're punting kind of into the wind with a side wind. So
And trailing by 22 points,
Yeah.
I don't think you have a whole lot to lose here.
So they'll go for it. Nunez up under center. Hillman in the backfield.
Bailey and Beck have to fill the hole.
And looking to throw, roll it. Nunez will turn it back up, and he's going to go nowhere. Turnover on downs. And the Tigers have a player down, but he's helped up by his teammates. And
That start, Zach Parks didn't make the tackle, but he did everything.
Yeah.
He did all the work on that play. I think was it Brand Beck who kind of finished him off.
kind of finished him off there, yeah.
It was an interesting play call by Coach Mikowski. He kind of will fake the dive,
Yeah.
and then we'll try and bootleg it outside. He tried to get outside, but Zach Parks contained it, forced it back inside where a number of Zebras were waiting for him. No gain on the play. They needed 2.
So the Zebras will have it 1st and 10 from the 39. Here's Pollock up under center. He's got Bauer split to the near side. Beck goes in motion, gets the handoff. The jet sweep again around the left side, and he'll get across the 35 down to about the 34, 33-yard line. And the Zebras will have it about 2nd and 5 with the clock continuing to roll down to 4:15.
It looked like that was Cooper Burks with the tackle for Peru, the junior.
6:29 to go in the second quarter. Mac up 14-0 over Northwestern.
Connequa defense. They've been kind of the unheralded part of their team. Pitched a shutout last week.
So far, another shutout. Here is 2nd and 5. Pollock looking to throw. He's going deep for Bowers, and it's going to be out of the stretched arms. Incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down. A nice throw. Unfortunately, just out of the reach of Drew Bowers.
Right, and again, the only person who could have caught that was Drew.
Yeah, Carson put it right where he needed to.
Yeah. And again, it's funny. We've never thought of Drew as being a tall guy, but he's got the height advantage on Tunez. So if you just throw it up there and have him, he can maybe run it down or climb up and grab the ball.
So it's 3rd and 5 now. Pollock up under center. Pollock will fake the handoff to Schatz, gives it to Beck. Beck around the left side. Beck will fall forward across the gain marker, and a Zebra 1st down thanks to Steve Moore agency.
Belly sweep.
So another Zebra 1st down, keeps the ball alive, and the clock rolling with 3:35 to go here before halftime. Zebras up 22-0.
To say they worked on that would be an understatement to say they worked on the belly sweep in practice this week. We weren't there, but I think it's fair to say. 6 carries, 94 yards for Brant Beck.
Pollock up under center. Pollock hands it off to Schatz. Schatz up the middle, untouched again. Finally, as he gets into the red zone, he's going to be tackled, has slowed down a little bit. Finally, but he picks up another Steve Moore agency 1st down. Great run by Cale Schatz.
And when the belly sweep works, then the belly's going to work, and you get 12 more yards on that play and another 1st down.
Our scoring advisor from Connequa says the MAC defense is ranked number 2 in the state.
They're no longer a secret.
No. They are now known. So 1st and 10 now for Rochester. Here's Pollock up under center. Pollock, the Beck around the left side, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, going to be brought down inside the 20. And that's going to be inside the Rochester Glass red zone. And it'll be a 7-yard pickup, 2nd down and 7, or 2nd down and 3.
Well, I said you can't tackle Brantley Edwards by the shoulders. You can't really tackle Brant Beck by the shoulders either.
No.
He's going to take you for a ride. And
2nd and 3 now for Rochester.
7 carries, 102 yards for Brant Beck.
Ball's at the 10-yard line. The handoff is to Meadows around the right side. Meadows is in the end zone, touchdown. 2:11 mark of the second quarter. 10-yard run by Meadows.
Nice fake. They faked to Shots, and it was kind of almost like it was a sweep. I don't know if you'd call it a belly sweep or part of the belly series, but again, shots draw so much attention, so you've got to be mindful of.
Did you have it 10 yards?
I had it at 7.
7. My eyes aren't very good. Can't see that far. 7-yard run for Meadows. Here's a 2-point conversion. And they give it to Schatz, and Schatz is in for the 2-point conversion this time. And just like that, 30-0, Zebras lead with 2:11 to go here in the first half. Back with more Giant FM and RTC TV4.
6 plays, 39 yards. Trent Meadows with a 7-yard touchdown run and Cale Schatz with a 2-point conversion run, and Rochester leads Peru 30-0 with 2:11 to go in the first half. That took 2:25 off the clock.
2:11 left
6 and 39.
as the Zebras will get ready for the Odell Lumber kickoff. They kick it to the sideline toward the way of Edwards. It goes over his head, and it'll roll out of bounds.
But he pushed it out of bounds.
Yeah,
That's
kinda kicked
not
it
a
out.
penalty.
As Edwards touched it as he tried to go. Well, they do throw the flag now. But I think Coach Schaefer's going to say that he touched it because Edwards jumped up and touched his hands. And when the referees are going to talk about it, might be on Peru for kicking it out of bounds. Because I don't think you can kick it out of bounds. So I think they're going to call it on Peru. Referees are talking. We'll wait and see what they do. The official will say, yeah.
Illegal touching on Peru.
Yeah. So they are going to call it against the Tigers. As I was with Coach Schaefer, I'm like, hey, they touched it. So that will put the Tigers even deeper as the ball was kicked out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. And so it looks like they're going to set it down at the 5. Is that what your eyes say?
Yeah, half the distance to the goal, and it was out at the 10, so it should be 1st and 10 from the 5.
The worst field position the Tigers have had tonight. The last 3 possessions, 2 turnovers, and then 2 fumbles, and then a turnover on downs. Zebra defense looking to push a big hold here. 2:08 to go before halftime, 30-0. Here's Antunes out of the end zone. He hands it off up the middle, and that appeared to be Ulrey. And Ulrey will get him a little running room. A yard pickup. So 2nd down and 9. Again, coming up at halftime, we'll review the first half, and we'll talk about Zebra athletics this week as the Zebras Lady Golf team will be getting ready to head to regionals tomorrow, and we'll talk about their big win at sectionals last Saturday. We'll do that coming all up at halftime, and the Zebra volleyball team, Lady Zebra volleyball team with a big road win last night. We'll talk about that as well. It's all coming up in the halftime. Minute 20 to go. Here is Peru. They'll try to get it some more room out of the end zone as
Zebras might want to start using their timeouts here.
Coach Schaefer does call a timeout with 1:14 to go here before halftime, and it's going to be about 3rd and 5 for the Peru Tigers. Good call by Coach Schaefer and stopping the clock. Smith Farm Store, serving farm and home since 1971. Inyards Hardware for over 50 years. Inyards has been there to
We can make our adjustments, and we've seen a lot of teams score a lot of points late in the first half of games this year, especially the Zebras. And especially they love to do it here at home.
The Tigers get the ball to start the 3rd quarter, so this is big for them here to try to keep it and not let the Zebras back into the end zone. And Nunez out of the shotgun, turns to throw, and it's going to be incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th and 5, and the Zebras. Nice pursuit on Antunes. And now the punting team will have to come in for the Peru Tigers as they are pinned back at their own 10-yard line.
They called another screen pass. It was kind of set up pretty well.
Yeah, just
threw it short.
Yeah,
and then maybe the timing was just a little bit off.
So the Zebras will put Parks back to receive. He's going to stand at his own 40-yard line. And looks like Coach Mikowski's going to take his final time out with 1:14 to go here in the first half. Back with more Giant FM and RTC TV4. get it on a 4th down punt coming up from the Peru Tigers with 1:14 to go. Can they score on the punt? That'll be the question, because Parks has had some pretty good returns earlier this year.
As many of you know, Zach Parks transferred into Rochester from
Peru High School.
He's playing against a lot of guys I'm sure he knows well.
So they deep in his own end zone to the punt. Here is the punt from the Tigers. It comes to the Zebras sideline out. Not a great punt, as that thing is going to put the Zebras in pretty good field position, and I'm going to guess probably about the 25, 30-yard line, maybe. As they start marking it off, and the Zebras will get it inside the 30, about the 27-yard line. Not a very good punt by the Tigers. Halftime, Macaunaquah leads Northwestern 14-0. So coming up here at halftime, it's also homecoming, so we'll have the King and Queen. As looks like some rain lightly falling out there, as I see umbrellas starting to appear.
That was a 15-yard punt.
So the Zebras get it. The ball is going to be marked at the 26-yard, actually the 24-yard line.
One of the cheerleaders wanted to catch that.
Yeah.
She had a mind to.
So the Zebras have 1 minute, 9 seconds, and 2 timeouts.
And 2 timeouts.
Yeah. No timeouts for the Peru Tigers.
Gardner back in at center.
Pollock up under center. Handoff is to Beck. Beck around the left side. Beck holds on to the ball as the Tigers try to strip it. Going to get inside the 20, and the Zebras will take their second timeout of the night. When we come back, it'll be second down and about 3. You're listening to Zebra Football. 1 second remaining here before halftime. Zebras have a 30-0 lead on the Solid Waste District scoreboard, and they have a second down and about 4 from the, what is about the 16-yard line. Randy and Val, glad you could join us.
8 carries, 109 yards for Brant Beck. 7 carries for 63 yards and 2 touchdowns for Cale Schatz.
So here is Pollock up under center. Puts Beck in motion. The handoff is to Meadows around the right side. Meadows has running room. He gets a block, and he's going to be outside and into the end zone. Touchdown, Zebras. With 54.6 seconds to go before halftime, we will have a running clock to start the second quarter, or the second half.
This was a counter. You fake the pitch, you go counter, and
nobody there for the Tigers.
Yeah.
How many yards was that?
17.
Meadows with a 17-yard run. Here comes the 2-point conversion for Rochester. Rochester right now 3 of 4 on 2-point conversions. Pollock will put Bowers to the top side. Up under center. Here's Pollock. Puts Meadows in motion. They fake it, and it goes into Beck in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. So 36-0 now with 54.6 seconds to go before halftime. Giant FM and RTC TV by Trenton Meadows. The Rochester Ford scoring drive, Val.
2 plays, 24 yards. It took 13 seconds off the clock. Trenton Meadows with a 17-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion run by Brant Beck, and Rochester now leads Peru 38-0 with 54.6 seconds to go in the half.
The Odell Lumber kickoff is taken by Edwards on this near side of the 20. Edwards will get it back to about the 30, and that's where the Tigers will have it first and 10 with 47.5 seconds to go before halftime.
Edwards has got to be thinking, when did I become the kickoff returner on this team?
Obviously, that's kind of what they've been wanting to do. Is Davis Rini has kicked it right to Edwards all 3 times, or 5 times. So it'll be first and 10 now for the Tigers. The ball going to be placed down at about the 32-yard line.
This should not be taken for granted. Zebras are 3-5 all time against Peru since Peru joined the TRC. So beating the Tigers at all is something you should be proud of, much less getting it apparently to a running clock here. Obviously, the running clock doesn't start until the second half.
Second half, right. So first and 10 now for the Tigers.
With no timeouts left. What do you?
out of the shotgun. He hands it right back up the middle. That's going to be Ulrey. Ulrey will get it to the 40-yard line. Clock will roll. And I don't think they have to snap it before the half if they choose not to.
Maddox Jewell with tackle.
Ball sitting right at the 40. Give him 7-yard pickup. Second down and 3.
When you got one running back with over 100 yards and two running backs with over 50.
And yep, they're not going to snap it. They're going to head to the locker room. At halftime on the Fulton County Solid Waste District scoreboard, the Zebras lead it 38-0. Back with more after this. Giant FM and RTC TV4.
At the conclusion of this presentation, we will crown our homecoming king and queen. In keeping with our theme, we got the lead, we invited each member of the court to share a favorite song and one that reflects how they see their future. Freshman representatives tonight are Jocelyn Schaefer and Linda Wilbur. Jocelyn is the daughter of Krista and Derek Schaefer. She's involved in track and enjoys hanging out with her best friends. Jocelyn's favorite class is biology with Mrs. Carell because she makes the class more enjoyable, and Jocelyn enjoys talking to Mrs. Carell during class. Her favorite high school memory is putting 3 speakers in the singing of Mr. Davis's class. Jocelyn said that if her future were a song, it would be Ugly Girl by Aqua. Lyndon is the son of Amber and Rick Wilbur. He is involved in baseball, basketball, and weightlifting. Lyndon's best school memory so far has been Mr. Davis's 7th period class in the 8th grade. His favorite song is Fine Again by Sealer. Lyndon's future can be summed up by Creed's One Last Breath. Ladies and gentlemen, our freshman representatives. Our sophomore representatives are Taylor Navarra and Landon Weaver. Weaver is the daughter of Melinda and Joseph Navarra. She is involved in soccer, track, and cheer. Her favorite class is Mr. Helps because she gets to listen to music and color, even though she's supposed to be doing her work. Her favorite memories are cheering at late-night football and basketball games with her friends. Taylor's favorite song is Older by Gracie Abrams, and her future can be described by The Show Goes On. Landon is the son of Kerry Weaver and Brett Weaver. He's involved in FFA, track and field, and tennis. Landon's favorite classes are Mr. Parsons because he learns something new every day. His best high school memory is seeing Adam Reinhold trying to get on the saddle at Texas Roadhouse after the state parliament procedure contest. His favorite song is Dixieland Delight by Alabama, and if his future were a song, it would be Cheeseburger in Paradise by Jimmy Buffett. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on to our junior representatives. They are Miley Heinzman and Parker Brown. Miley is the daughter of Stephen and Stacy Heinzman. She's involved in softball and soccer. Miley's favorite class is Mrs. Shalley's and Mr. Atkinson's because it's a fun environment. Her best high school memory has been winning football sectionals her sophomore year. Her favorite song is Call Your Mom by Noah Kahan. And if her future were a song, it would be 5 More Minutes. Parker is the son of Corey Brown and Sanita Oliver. He is involved in bowling, golf, FFA, and enjoys fishing. Parker's favorite class is agriculture, structural, and fabrication design. His favorite high school memory is his FFA ski trip when the bus battery died. Parker's favorite song is Low Road by Adrian Nunez. Our junior representatives, Monty Heinzman and Parker Brown. And now for our senior candidates, beginning with Ella McCarter. She is the daughter of Joe and Mandy McCarter. She's involved in basketball, tennis, National Honor Society, FCA, Key Club, and Student Council. Ella's favorite class has been American Studies with Mr. Atkinson and Mrs. Shalley because there's never a dull moment. Her favorite high school memory is winning the John Glenn tennis tournament 2 years in a row. Ella's favorite song is The Best Day by Taylor Swift. Owen Prager is the son of Bob and Holly Prager, who's involved in basketball, Key Club, and National Honor Society. He enjoys spending time with his family, writes with his friends, and playing with his dogs, Bindi and Bosco. Owen's favorite class has been Mrs. Shalley's and Mrs. Atkinson's because he left the class every day with great advice and a smile on his face. His favorite song is Butter by Pearl Jam, and his future can be summed up by Trio Revival. Stay tuned. Moving on to Ugly Bollinger. She is the daughter of Aaron and Rebecca Bollinger. She's involved in volleyball, basketball, tennis, dance, NHS, student council, and Key Club. Ugly's favorite classes are with Mrs. Blackburn because she has shown how important the medical field is and provided the foundations that will enable Audrey to pursue her future career. Her favorite song is Never Grow Up by Taylor Swift, and her future can be described by The Climb by Miley Cyrus. Mike Bauer is the son of Mike Brown and Lynn Brown. He is involved in basketball and track and likes fishing and being with friends and family. His favorite classes are engineering because he enjoys the subject and can socialize with his friends and teachers. His best high school memories are in bus rides to and from track and basketball, along with the memories and funny things that happen along the way. His favorite song is In Between by Treaty Oak Revival. Emma Bays is the daughter of Tara Heidke and Josh Bays. She's involved in FFA, 4-H, cheer, and track and field. Her favorite class was animal science with Mr. Pearson because he taught her about animals. Emma's best high school memory are FFA weeks. Her favorite song is It Happens by Sugarland, and her future can be described with Till You Can't Wait by Cody Johnson. Kai Murphy is the son of Marcy Murphy. He's involved in football and FFA. Kai enjoys electrical and farming activities. His favorite class is Ag with Mr. Pearson because Kai can hang Parker by his belt loops with the hoist. Kai's favorite memories are the FFA, tractor drive-in, and ski trip. Kai's favorite song is Hurricane by Brandon Deacons, and his future can be told by Where the Green Grass Grows by Tim McGraw. Lily Led is the daughter of Robin and Joshua. She's involved in volleyball, student council, National Honor Society, and Key Club. Her favorite class has been Junior Year's English and U.S. History because the class always had valuable discussions about life. Lily's best high school memory is completing AP Biology because for anyone who's completed that class knows if you can make it through that, you can make it through anything. Lily's favorite song is The Spins by Matt Miller. Tanner Reynolds is the son of Matt and Wendy Reynolds. He's involved in baseball, basketball, and tennis. His hobbies include golfing with friends and hunting. Tanner enjoyed his junior year's Real Talk Tuesdays. His favorite school memory is winning regionals in baseball and hitting the ball at semi-state. Tanner's favorite song is After Party by Don Tolliver, and his future can be described by Jack Harlow's First Class. Our senior candidates. At this time, we're excited to welcome Mayor Trent Odell, a proud supporter of Rochester Community Schools. Mayor Odell joins us this evening to crown our 2024 Homecoming King and Queen. Our 2024 Homecoming King is Kai Murphy. Homecoming Queen is Emma Bays. Congratulations to all members of the court.
You can look in the lights and see that.
Yeah, so who knows where I'll be next Friday.
You'll be everywhere.
I could be anywhere or everywhere. I'll be in Northfield.
Odell Lumber kickoff as Davis Reaney kicks it off to the Peru Tigers. Running clock here to start the second half. And the Tigers will return it. It looks like they're going to get it back close to the 40. And they're going to mark it down at about the 38, 39-yard line.
That was Marks on the return.
So here we go for the second half. Again, Zebras lead it 38-0. Randy and Val, glad you could join us. Coach's Corner coming your way tomorrow morning. We'll update and keep you, bring you up to date on all the score finals. Talk about next week's actions with coaches from around the area.
Mississinawa 37-0 in the second quarter over Blackford. They still haven't allowed a point.
Wow. Here is the first play from the Tigers, and that's going to go nowhere but backwards, and a big stop by Grant Clark. And that goes for -3, and it'll be second and 13. Big play that time. Clark quickly into the backfield.
Who was the ball carrier there?
I think it was
Was it Babs?
Babs, yeah. Babs with it. Did not get anywhere. Clark closed in quickly. Here's Antunes out of the shotgun again. This is to Babs again. Babs around the left side, and looks like he might get back the loss and picked up a 1 and give him 4. It'll be 3rd down and 9 now for the Peru Tigers. And, you know, they struggled handling the ball early in the first half when it wasn't raining. Now you're going to add a wet, slippery ball to it, and, boy, you really got to cover things up now. 10 minutes to go here in the third. Randy and Val. So here is the 3rd and long now. Out of the shotgun. Antunes hands it off. Going around the right side this time, and that appears to be Edwards, and he'll pick up a couple, but it's going to be 4th and long for the Peru Tigers, and they'll punt it away. So the Zebras will drop back. Parks will go back to receive the punt. And we'll see what Coach Schaefer brings out on offense. Does he bring the starters back, or does he give the second string some opportunities to get some snaps here? Wind's still blowing pretty good out of that northeast. Here is the punt. This one's a little better, but it still goes out of bounds, and it looks like it'll go on the far sideline out of bounds at about the 40-yard line or so, 42-yard line. So Zebras with pretty good field position to start the third quarter. And looks like Coach Schaefer's going to at least bring the starters out to start the third quarter. With Carson Pollock talking to him right now about the play he wants to do. And here comes Carson into the huddle. 8.5 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Again, running clock as the Zebras lead it 38-0.
By the way, Paul Leisure is going to coach the 6th grade boys basketball team at middle school this year.
Oh, yeah.
And who's going to be his assistant coach? Aiden Smith.
Oh, I thought maybe Val was going to be the assistant.
Oh, no, I just prefer to
I
comment
think Phil
on that.
Bowers is going back to 7th grade
Yeah,
coaching.
and-
So big coaches there in the middle school. On the runaround, Shots gets tripped up as he had some room, but they able to get a shoestring tackle, and he'll pick up, give him 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Colt Meadows is going to coach the 7th grade girls.
Oh, okay.
Phil Bowers, the 7th grade boys. TJ Smith, the 8th grade boys.
2nd and 7 now. They fake the pitch. They give it up on the right side. Go back up the middle. Was that Meadows? Nope, that was Shots. Shots gets near the 1st down marker, just a little bit short. That'll bring up 3rd and about 1 now for so the Zebras will have it 3rd and 1 now. Third and 1. The handoff to Shots again. Shots hit at the line of scrimmage. Do they give him forward progress? About a half a yard. Zebras are going to come up short as the rain blowing into the window makes it fun to look outside and see, Val.
Yeah.
Looking through the raindrops. So it'll be 4th and 1 now for Rochester. Ball sitting at the 49-yard line of the Tigers. And the Zebras will go for it here at midfield.
Alejandro Chapman is in there.
Okay.
The freshman. Number 12, he's playing that left halfback spot.
Also Trevor Wally in there. On the far side is Bowers. Pollock looks to Coach Schaefer on the sidelines with 2. They snap it with 1. They give it to Wally. Wally is not going anywhere. Turnover on downs as the Peru Tigers with a big hold there on 2 plays. 3rd and 4th down. And it's a turnover on downs. Rochester's first non-scoring possession. So that'll bring up 1st and down now for the Tigers from their own 49-yard line. Rain coming down heavily here at Barnhart Field. Get wind gusts to picking up every now and then. You can really hear it outside the press box here. Big shout out to the fans still in the bleachers cheering on the Zebras. Parks and Murphy will flip-flop on defense as they switch sides. Up under center is Antunes. And the handoff goes around the left side. That's going to be off to 36, and that's Weston Marks. And Marks will get into Zebra territory at about the 44-yard line. Give him a 7-yard pickup, 2nd down and 3. Clock continues to roll. 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Again, Zebras up 38-0 on the Solid Waste District scoreboard. Coming up at the end of the game, we'll have the Inyards Hardware Player of the Game. We'll have stats, and we'll preview next week's road trip for the Zebras. Again, to again to Marks. Marks around the left side. It's going to be a little bit short, so they give him a 1-yard pickup. Vance with a nice stop. It'll bring up 3rd down now for the Peru Tigers.
Was Marks grouchy at halftime because his team was down 30? Was he Groucho?
Oh, Val. So it'll be 3rd and about 3 now for the Tigers.
Maybe they're just harping on him getting the ball more.
Here is Tunez. Hands it off again, this time around the right side, and it's going to be short of the 1st down. Nope. Fumble ball is, did they say?
Not a fumble. Edwards
Okay.
was the carrier.
Well, they got one umpire pointed the other way, so now it's going to be 4th and 1. The Raleigh kind of pointed like it was a zebra football, and I'm like, it's just 4th down now. So it's 4th and 1 for the Tigers. Here is the big 4th down here for the Tigers. This is big for them mentally here in this third quarter. They go up the middle, and they do get the first down as they get to the 40-yard line. Might even got to the 39-yard line. And Trevi with a first down carry will get him to the 39-yard line. The 1st and 10 now for the Peru Tigers. Still with 5:53 to go in the third quarter. It's 14-0. Mechanical over Northwestern. Last report, it was Winnemac and North Miami tied at 14.
Heritage leads Tipton 7-0 at halftime. Tipton and both of those teams are 4-1. Tipton, of course, in Rochester sectional.
Again with a handoff. This time around the left side, Weston Marks. Marks will get back to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Again, Zebras on the road next week to Northfield. Back at home on the 11th with senior night and the Southwood Knights. And then on the road to finish the regular season at Mechanical on the 18th. Val, it's crazy that there's only 3 more games left after this for the regular season.
Yeah, sectional draw, 7 in 16 days.
Yeah. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He rolls out to the left. Here comes pressure. Just misses him. He gets out. It's going to be a completed pass out into the open and another first down. And that pass is going to be completed and caught by Cooper Burks. Burks, a 5'11 junior with a big snag there. Great job by Antunes breaking out of there.
Yeah, the zebra, again, the key is, do you contain him or not? The Zebras were about an inch away from containing him, but ultimately they didn't do it. And
paid the cost.
Yeah.
So if another first down keeps it going, the 22-yard line.
He's got a nice arm.
1st and 10.
Throws a nice spiral.
The handoff is to Edwards. Edwards around the right side. He's going to get inside the red zone down near the 18-yard line. 2nd down and about 7 now.
Kai Murphy with a tackle. I think Brant Beck was there. I think even Drew Bowers helped out a little bit there.
Clock continues to roll. 50 seconds to go here before the end of the third quarter. 38-0. The Zebras lead. As this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here is Nunez up under center. Goes up the middle to Trevi. Trevi breaking through. Zebras having a hard time bringing him down. He's still inside the 10, still on his feet. Another first down, and he's going to be down near the 5-yard line. Trevi just bowling forward and making his way into the deep into the territory of the Zebras.
Yeah. I mean, this was kind of how their first drive was going.
And that will do it for the third quarter. At the end of 3, the Zebras still lead it 38-0. Here it's Barnhart Field. You're listening to Zebra Football, Giant FM and RTC TV. From Barnhart Field as the Zebras lead it 38-0. No score in that third quarter as we quickly move through that, Val, as the Zebras had a chance at one possession. Peru now on their second possession. Kind of like you said, just like the first quarter.
Yeah, and kind of, they had their most success running between the tackles. Mm-hmm. And I think that's going to be something that they're going to, they'll continue to work on. But again, with no Boggs and no Corba, again, this is just a shorthanded Peru team. So if they can get a score, I think it's something they could build on, especially assuming they get Boggs and Corba back next week.
And in the backfield, they hand it off and going nowhere. And then the runner was that Babs? Looks like Babs, the runner. In fact, he might even have lost a yard or two.
We haven't said his name this much tonight, but Susaraba did a nice job of penetration there.
So it'll be second down and goal now for the Peru Tigers.
He didn't make the play, but it was Brand Beck who I think made the tackle, but he slowed things down because that was basically like a lead play, but when you blow up the lead, then the running back's got nowhere to go.
Ball's at the 8-yard line of the Zebras for the Tigers. Second and goal. Here's the handoff to Edwards. Edwards trying to push it outside, but the Zebras are having nothing to do with it. Couple yard pickup. It'll bring up third and goal now for the Tigers.
Now, Edwards is a north and south runner, but he had to go east and west there, so that's what you...
So it'll be third and goal now for the Peru Tigers. Zebra defense trying to hold on to the shutout. 38-0 on the Fulton County Solid Waste District scoreboard.
And don't think this doesn't matter. Zebras want this shutout bad. And Peru wants to score bad. I mean, that's... The Zebras want this. Would love to get a shutout.
Northwestern gets on the scoreboard with 2. We'll get to that here in a minute. Here is the Tigers along the outside, and they get into the end zone. Babs easily in on that run of, what'd you have, 6 yards?
Yep.
So at the 10-19 mark, 6-yard run by Babs, and the Zebras do not pitch the shutout here tonight.
Nice job there. After calling a lot of plays in between the tackles, they went with a sweep there. And Babs with a nice run. Clarence Garrett looked like he was there, but Babs cut inside, was able to break a tackle and get in.
So the ball is bad snap. They try to keep it. Babs keeps it, and the 2-point or the PAT is no good. And it's a 38-6 here at Barnhart Field. Back with more Giant FM and RTC TV. Here's a handoff around the left side. And that's going to be out to, look like Trevor Wally again. Wally picks up about 9 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 1 now for the Zebras. Val, let's go ahead and do it. The Inyards Hardware Player of the Game brought to you by Inyards Hardware for nearly 50 years. Inyards has been there to help you with all your hardware needs. And tonight's selection?
Ooh, you're putting me on the spot, aren't you?
I am. We'll give you a little bit to talk about that as the Zebras pick up another first down as they cross the 45-yard line. Trevor Wally with another great carry. I've got my nomination. We'll see what you think. Tough one. Big runs by Meadows. Big runs by Schatz. Big things set up by Brant Beck. Offensive line doing a great job. You got a lot of different options. We'll see what Val decides to do here in a few minutes. Doss comes to split this near side, and the handoff comes around this side. And that's going to be Chapman. Chapman with a carry, picks up a couple. Second down and about 8. All right, Val, what are you thinking?
Kale Schatz.
Kale Schatz, player of the game. That's where I was leaning towards.
Okay.
So the player of the game, Inyards Hardware player of the game, Kale Schatz, 2 touchdowns tonight. Great performance by Kale.
Just see Kale growing in confidence out there.
Chapman around the corner. Chapman finally going to be pushed out of bounds near the 42-yard line, and another Steve Moore Agency first down. Chapman with a nice breakout around that outside corner.
Yeah, he really runs that jet sweep well.
Clock continues to roll. A 4:20 now here in the fourth quarter. 38-6. The Zebras lead it.
Gain of 11.
Doss goes to the far side. In motion goes Wally. Wally gets the handoff. He turns up the speed as he turns it across the 35 down near the 34. But we do have a penalty marker, and that's going to be against the Zebras, so it'll come back. So they'll mark that one off, and that'll be 1st and 15 now for the Zebras. It was a great run by Wally. I mean, he's got that quick first step, too, is because when he turned to go back the other direction, boy, he just like he was shot out of a rocket.
Right, and you can tell he does on the track team.
Yeah.
Because he's got that.
Plant and go.
Yeah.
So the Zebras will have it 1st and 15. Clark up under center. Clark gives it to Chapman. Chapman coming to the near side. Tries to hit the outside corner. He'll get the penalty back, and it'll be 2nd down and 10 now for Rochester. Val, when you get a chance, you want to give us totals for Shots, Meadows, and Beck in the game here tonight when you get a chance.
Okay.
That way you can go get wet here in a little bit when you talk to Coach Schaefer.
Sure.
2nd and 10 now for the Zebras.
Shots with 10 carries for 72 yards and 2 touchdowns. Meadows 6 for 58 and 2 touchdowns. And Beck with 8 for 109.
All right, hang on. Do that again. Shots was 10-72.
Yeah.
Meadows was what?
6 for 58 and 2 touchdowns.
58 and 2. And Beck had
8 for 109.
109 and no touchdowns, but he set up a lot of those carries by Shots and Meadows with great runs. In the backfield and going down is going to be number 14, Grayson Miller. The line for the Peru Tigers did not fall for anything there as they busted through, and Grayson actually loses a couple yards on that one. It'll be 3rd down and about 13 for Rochester with 2 minutes to go here in the contest, leading 38-6. Coming to the near side is Doss. Chapman with the handoff. Chapman on that jet sweep breaks the corner this time, and down the sideline he goes, and he's going to be marked out of bounds at the 29-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a 1st down for the Rochester Zebras.
Nice block by number 4, Kevin Doss,
He
a
did.
5'8 sophomore. He sustained his block and allowed Chapman to turn the corner.
Great block. So the Zebras will keep it with a minute and a half to go here in the contest. So we start wrapping up tonight's game. We'll try to bring you some more scores from others that are finishing up. 11:32 to go in the 4th quarter. Mac up now 20-2. So it looks like Mac will stay undefeated along with the Zebras in the TRC. Here is Chapman again around that right side. Chapman inside the 25, going to be down around the 22-yard line.
Derek Wortley's in there. Barrett Brown is in at an offensive line spot.
Zebras
I think we said Trevor Copeland was in there.
getting some great
Gavin Pinder is in there.
getting some great experience as the Zebras will have to snap it one more time, and then they'll go to 5-0 in the TRC. Here's Clark up under center. Clark puts Chapman in motion, and the carry goes up the middle, and that will do it. Again, the final score tonight, your Zebras defeat the Peru Tigers on the Fulton County Solid Waste District scoreboard, 38-6 here at Barnhart Field. Win homecoming and stay undefeated. Zebras move to 5-1 overall, 5-0 in the TRC. Peru will drop to 2-4 overall, 2-3 in the Three Rivers Conference. Post-game on your way, being brought to you by the Tire Store, located at 1905 East State Road 14, treating you with the respect and professionalism you deserve. That's the Tire Store. Back with the post-game after this. Again, the Zebras win it 38-6. Giant FM and RTC TV4.